We're the indie project Bea and Theo, and we've been living and travelling the world in vans for the past 6 years. We're currently renovating an abandoned stone barn in Portugal to turn into a beautiful tiny home for us and our cats Gingy Bear and Fernando. Follow our journey from the very beginning as we document the whole process of creating an off-grid home. Good morning and welcome back to another instalment of our Portuguese barn conversion series. We've been converting our own stone barn since 2020 and the time has now come for us to move in. I can't believe I'm actually saying that, so let's go in there and show you what we're up to today. As I said, our home has now reached a stage where we can move in, and we've been adding bits and bobs to it as we go along. And you might have spotted here, we've got ourselves a little coffee table, which is so lovely because we were actually originally planning on building our own out of a beautiful piece of wood, but we realised we wanted more storage for it. This is a small space after all, and this is good because it's got such a nice space up here where we can have books, drinks, all that kind of stuff. And then under here there's a great big area for our laptops, chargers, hard drives and all of that kind of stuff.
We were out yesterday and we just spotted this, and on the off chance we just bought it because we thought, you know what, it's going to fit the space so nicely.
It really does fit the space really well, especially with the chaise longue area because it sticks out. It means the table goes around to both sides and it is pretty chunky. I love the wood effect of it. It looks really nice and blends in with the whole area really well. We just need now for this area, we've not managed to find it, a nice big rug to make it feel a little bit more cosy, because whilst I love the wooden floor, there is something about a rug that I really like.
So I just wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about a product that I've been using over the last month that is absolutely brilliant. This is the Jackery 1000 Explorer, and I've been using it every day for 30 days and it hasn't let me down yet. As you guys know, we live off-grid, so power is so important to us, and this is brilliant because it weighs absolutely nothing. I can walk around the property with this device and charge my camera batteries in the field. I've been pumping water out of our well. It's brilliant because it has a 1000-watt inverter, so it can pretty much power most of my tools, as well as a pure sine wave inverter, so if we plug our laptops and our phones, you know they're not going to be damaged.
The Jackery Portable Power Station is a rechargeable battery-powered generator equipped with AC outlet, DC carport and USB charging ports. They can keep all of your gear charged, from smartphones, laptops to CPAP and appliances like mini coolers, electric grill and coffee makers.
And the best thing is we don't have to use our noisy petrol generator anymore, because with this solar generator we can charge directly from the sun with these compact solar panels.
We have had so many questions about how on earth we're going to achieve power up here on our mezzanine, and quite rightly so, because all of our electrical sockets are on the ground floor. And that's where the Jackery comes in. As Theo said, it is really lightweight, and being portable, it means it's perfect for up here so we can charge our phones at night. And also, as well as being charged by solar, you can also charge the Jackery by mains power and through the cigarette lighter.
It even powers our outhouse, so all we have to do is plug in this port into the Jackery and we have lovely hot showers any time of the day or night.
As you've seen, the Jackery is such a fantastic portable solar generator, and we've been using it around the land for loads of different tasks, and it's really nice to have it in the mezzanine to give us light and charge our phones at night. But it's not just useful for that, it'd be fantastic for camping trips, van life. Me and Theo have said if this had been around when we started van life all those years ago, we definitely would have got our hands on one of these. And also, it'd be so fantastic as a backup power source for your home. If you want to get your own Jackery Explorer 1000 portable power station and 2 Jackery Solar Saga 100 solar panels, click the link in our description to check it out. And we'd also like to say a huge thank you to Jackery for sponsoring today's video.
So you saw in the last video with the disaster of the wood burner. Well, we moved it out the way because we wanted to get the slab outside, because the slab is no longer going to live inside our beautiful home. We're going to do something else with it, and we're still kind of playing around with a few ideas, and we kind of know what we want to do, but we're probably going to have to order something online. It might take a bit of time, but that's no problem. But what I want to do first is just move the wood burner back into position where it's going to be, because today we are going to be moving in things for our kitchen, like the fridge and the cooker, and we want to really see what the space feels like with them things in position. It's just as simple as like how much space we've got to walk around the wood burner via the coffee table and the chaise longue. Also, yeah, the ladder as well. We need to kind of get some wood and try and figure that out. So there's lots going on. Let's move this. I hope you're strong enough.
I'm terrified.
I kind of figure out the rough position. Let's say that's the front. That's the back. Once we lift it,
Yeah.
we can kind of move these around with our feet.
Okay.
It'll be fine.
I'm really scared. Should we go side to side or?
Just walk backwards. Okay, ready? So we can walk forwards.
Okay.
Ready?
I'm
3, 2, 1, go!
Oh my god, it's so heavy.
Okay, and then turn. Get your feet. Oh, bang on. Bang on.
That was scary and heavy. And now I can't feel my hand. So you need to come in towards the sofa about 3 inches, a bit more. There. I think there.
And then,
Yeah, there.
is that straight on as well?
It looks straight on to me here.
And if I should be able to do this myself.
Whatever you do, don't hurt yourself. Yeah, because we're trying to figure out how far from the wall we want it, because obviously this is an undulating wall. Don't know if it really shows up on camera, but it goes whoop. So we don't want it too close to the wall, but there seems good. Don't worry. These little wooden things are not staying there. It's just so the legs don't leave marks in the ground.
I've never really looked inside. There's some instructions, something about an energy certificate, and then I imagine this is for the flue. We need to actually organise the flue pipe fairly soon, and the flashing for the roof and stuff like that, but the majority of like the DIY shops and the other kind of stores that we've been to, they only really sell a silver flue, and we really want to go with black. We think black will look so much nicer and tie the whole project together, and also a really high quality black flue pipe, because we're going to be cranking this, and I think we'll probably go with like a foot or so of single wall, and then we'll go double wall to go through the ceiling. But can we just all appreciate how beautiful this little wood burner is?
It is a stunner.
I can't wait to light it for the first time. It's going to be lovely. For all you guys who are interested in the wood burner, it's a Jotl 602, and it's a Norwegian brand, and we fell in love with this kind of wood burner and this type of wood burner when we were hiking a big long distance hike in Arctic Sweden. We did 440 kilometers on a trail called the Kungsleden, which translates to the King's Trail.
Hang on a sec, just plug our documentary.
Yes, and we have a whole documentary that we filmed that you can watch on YouTube completely free. So check it out after you've seen this video. We will link it in the description. But in some of the cabins in the middle of nowhere, they had these log burners and we got to try them, and they just burn all night. It was just such a wonderful heat and a pleasure to use, and they just, like I say, they just burn really nicely, and there's a real good benefit to them because they might be small but they're really long, so you can put a really good sized log into this burner. We can go to bed and we'll still be warm in the morning.
Theo's just heading out now to pick up our fridge, which is just on the veranda, but he's on. I know, he's heading out to go and get our fridge. No, it's just on the veranda actually. He's just going to get it and bring it in, and this is such an exciting moment because we got it back in the UK. We got it from a fantastic brand called Montpellier, and we love this fridge. We love it. We first saw it actually in a beautiful tiny home in Cornwall in a shepherd's hut, and that's when we first saw it years ago, and we were like, we need that fridge in our lives. So now the moment has come. The moment is here. I'm looking at it. We're going to see where it's going to fit. Okay, enough dilly-dallying.
Where do you think?
I was thinking,
Well, should we get it out first?
well, I'd like it facing out, so I want it along this wall.
Okay.
Somewhere. I don't know whether we should go at the end, in the middle. I don't know, maybe at the end. But yeah, let's get it out and see it because I've never actually seen this colour. Oh, it's beautiful! Oh my gosh, it's gorgeous! What a beauty! Just can't wait for you to turn it around and see the front.
You ready?
Oh, it's so lovely. We need to put the handles on, in case you're wondering what are those holes. They're for the handles to go on. What a stunner! It's got a freezer and a decent sized fridge for our tiny home. We can even fit cans in the side there, which is wonderful. Oh, doesn't it look good in the space? Let me move back so we can see.
So nice.
Oh, it fits so well. Honestly. Oh, I'm so happy with it. I'm really happy we chose this colour. It's a wonderful off-white kind of cream shade, and we were in two minds about going for this one or a black one because we said we have got black features with the wood burner and stuff, but I'm really happy we chose this colour. It has got a protective film on that we're not going to bother taking off until we actually install it.
Real nice vintage style.
It is. It's a retro style, but obviously a brand new modern fridge, and it's the perfect size for us. It's under counter as well, so we're going to have the top just one nice level, and we're thinking we'll have the fridge, the cooker slightly further, and then the sink over here. But we need to bring the cooker in now. Oh, it's the back that has things there, the front doesn't.
Okay, just drop it.
Whew.
And do you want to put that stuff in place?
We need to turn it this way towards me before I put it in.
Right, easier.
The cooker is obviously a lot more of a big deal than the fridge. It's heavier, it's got a lot more components going on, but thankfully it's wrapped up so it didn't fly everywhere. We need to get it further closer to the wall, but this is it right now, and it's actually really exciting to see these two things here because it gives you an idea of the height that the kitchen's going to be. So we're thinking probably where that fridge is a good space, but then obviously we want a gap between the fridge and the cooker, so we need to just slide this in where it's going to live now.
Like Christmas.
I feel the wind against my puzzled face. 5-speed bicycle round the Cape. cobblestone pathways, memory lane, high tides rolling in to Portland, Maine. And I'm alone, I'm alone, I'm alone, and that's just fine.
So it does look very weird right now. We've just got a fridge and an oven plonked down in this corner, but they work really well together. They're both Montpellier, and we chose them because this one's got nice black and silver accents to it. It's also a mini range cooker, so it's got this like country kitchen vibe, which is what we were going for. And this one also has silver in it as well, so they tie together nicely. And as you all know, we haven't quite decided on our actual kitchen yet, but this will give us an idea of what we want and the layout that we're looking for. But I really am so happy with this, because look at this. I know for a lot of you this isn't a big deal, but it's got a grill, but it hasn't just got a grill. It's got a grill that is so deep. I'm used to using fun-sized ovens in the caravan and in the van, and this is a normal one for a normal house, and I'm just feeling really kind of a bit like, what? We've been living in small spaces since 2014. This is the first time we're going to have a space that is huge for us. This is huge. This is a huge oven. It's a mini range, but for me it's a full-size range.
Oh, it's such a comfy mattress. It's fully inflated now. It's been 72 hours. And what we're trying to do now is I brought a tape measure with me, because we need to figure out how high our actual bed frame can go and how much this mattress can go off the floor, because we don't want to sit in bed and smack our heads off of these roof rafters.
You've got pretty good headroom at the moment, but obviously that'll change.
Like, I don't sit up perfectly straight, you know. I'm slouching, I'm chilling, so I don't know. We don't want it so like your head's like in between a rafter.
What we should do is measure the distance from your head to the rafter where you'd sit in bed.
That's a good idea.
And then we know how much room we've got to work with.
But I think we should have enough wood left over from like the roof project and other projects to actually build this frame. Fingers crossed we don't have to buy anything.
We've also brought up a really nice cosy rug for the end of the bed. Just a nice simple one, neutral tones. We're thinking we'll have a nice old chest that we've got to go at the end here to store extra pillows and blankets and things, but it looks really nice on the space, and I think Theo is ready to measure the space above his head. In fact, to stay there.
Two-person job.
Stay there, just shove it above your head and let me just measure it.
Go on.
No, the way you had it was perfect. But just do it next to your face. Like to the side of your face. No, like, yeah, like put it to the side of you. About 30 centimetres? That can't be right. That's way too much room.
30 centimetres?
I don't believe that. I think we need to try a different method. We just measured it again with me, and it was actually 30 centimetres. I have a longer torso than Theo as well, even though he's 6'3". When we sit down next to each other, I'm taller than him when I'm sitting down, which is really weird, but we've got about 30 centimetres to play with, which is actually really positive. Way more room than I thought we'd have. We're still aiming for a really low profile bed frame, because, you know, the more headroom the better, really. You don't want to be smacking your head when you're getting out of bed and stuff. That would suck. So now we're going to go and check the wood that we actually have already.
So I've just taken the roof sheeting off all of this wood that we had left over from our renovation project, from the roofing and the mezzanine build. And we've got lots of types of different wood in here. I think 3 different types. We've possibly got some pine, but we've got some chestnut and some Douglas fir, which is really nice wood to work with as well. And I've got an idea of what I want to build in my head, so let's see if we can't make this happen.
And it looks like a little rodent might have made a nest in here, so there might be a surprise waiting for us. So, oh, the wood has done really well under there.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that, it's stayed bone dry. If you're in Portugal and you want to protect your wood, Ecotec is much cheaper than Tyvek, which I don't even think you can get here, and it keeps it nice and dry. Does really well.
Not as good though. Have you noticed?
Definitely not as good.
The mouse or the rat has not decided to eat the Tyvek. but it has the Ecotec, so there's a scientific idea. So the builders, when they were helping us do the roof, they over-ordered the chestnut, which at the time was very annoying because it cost us like an extra 600 euros on top of the massive wood bill that we had for the roof. But here we have it, some beautiful chestnut left over. It's just gorgeous wood to work with, and it's been sitting under this big roofing sheet, under this Ecotec. It's lovely and dry. I'm not going to waste this wood for a bed frame at all. We got a little bit of pine here, won't be using that, it's a little bit rubbish. But here we have some nice Douglas fir, and with wood prices going up and up and going through the sky, it's really good to kind of just have a stash of your own wood where you don't have to pay these silly prices at the moment.
We're going to use, I think, these two pieces. Yeah, these two pieces. They're really straight. They're about 4.7 meters long, so we'll actually be able to get the whole bed frame out of them, which is great. But they need a sand down because they have been under here for a while. These are Douglas fir. And yeah, I'm going to sand them before Theo cuts them and makes the frame, and that's what we're going to be using for the legs, which are only going to be really small because we need the bed to be as low as possible. Chestnut. And they're chestnut, nice strong wood. These have come up with a good sanding.
Yeah, the grain's lovely. I actually really like Douglas fir.
Yeah, it's nice. We've used this. Is this the same stuff we used on the cabin?
Yes.
It is really nice. And I was thinking actually, now that we can see what it looks like, it'd be good with a stain, a dark stain.
A walnut stain on this will look so nice because a lot of the wood that we have already in the barn is
natural tones. And actually, to be honest, I don't think you're really going to be able to see this bed frame because it's going to be so low profile. And our duvet will be hanging over the edge. So, I mean, we're going through all this effort. I say all this effort, all I've done is sand it.
You love sanding?
I do love sanding. I really enjoy actually being able to kind of just zone out and think about things. And that's when I thought about how nice it would look with a dark stain, actually. Did you find those lag bolts?
We don't have the right lag bolts. We need 10 centimetres.
Damn.
We only have small ones.
Well, that means we're going to have to go to the city. But actually, that works out well because... Do you remember when we said we were going to Iceland? We're going in a few days, and at the moment all we have is sunny weather clothes. I'm not prepared for minus whatever it's going to be.
20 degrees today here.
So there is a decathlon there. We're going to stock up. We were thinking thermals, you know, get the long johns out, some gloves, maybe something that'll cover my whole face. I'm actually scared.
A full body suit.
I'm actually scared of the cold. I don't know what to expect.
Found the bed slats. Turns out we brought completely the wrong ones. These are for a single bed. So basically we've got 2 sets of these, so it'd be like space for 2 single beds, and that's way bigger than our double mattress. So we're gonna, when we're in the city, go and check out, see if we can find any smaller slats. If we can't, what I'll probably do is just trim these down. It's a bit of a pain, but it can be done. Just takes a little bit of time. So 2 options, we'll see what we can find.
Slow it down. Everyone's been slowing down, but I've been up all night thinking of you. Hold tight. Everyone's been keeping time, but I can't see to choose. It's never too soon. It's too late for us to fall asleep. If I help you up, will you lead me through the night? Will you take my heart? Can you promise me an afterlife? Oh, when we lose our time.
We've made it to Castello Branco and we are on the hunt for the bolts and the stain, although Theo is now changing his mind about the stain, so we're 50-50 on that. I guess it just depends what one we find. We're going to head to Aki first because they're really good for like bolts we've found and stuff like that. Fixings, that's the word. They're having a refurb at the moment as well, so everything's being moved around, so it's hopefully they'll still have the same amount of stuff that they usually do.
Just trying on my new jacket for Iceland. So we are kind of ready for Iceland now.
Don't joke.
Kind of. We still have a lot more to do on the barn before we leave. We leave in, I don't know, 3 or 4 days, I don't know. It's coming up very soon, hence why we went out and brought warm weather gear, because today it's been 20 degrees and we really don't feel ready for this like minus numbers. Like, it just doesn't happen here in Portugal, but we're so excited for all of our subscribers who are coming along on the Iceland trip with us. And it was a successful city trip because I managed to pick up all the materials that I need to finish the bed frame. So tomorrow I'm going to start on that. So make sure you hit the subscribe button, stay tuned for the next video because it's all go for us moving into our brand new home. Thanks for watching and we'll catch you on the next one.